friends, my name is Gabrielle and welcome to FrumiousReads, and today we are doing the Reading Habits book tag. Now, this is going to be a quick little tag because it doesn't involve me hunting through my bookshelves trying to find books that apply to all of the questions. And before getting started, I want to tag Bryn's Bookshelf, I would like to tag A Clockwork Reader, and Kelly Reads, and Winks and Ink. So those are the people I'm tagging right now, and I'm tagging them right off the bat so that I don't forget to tag people at the end. And without further ado, here we go. We're just going to go into this one. So, question 1, do you have a certain place at home for reading? Not specifically. I tend to read on my couch, and it is like the most comfortable couch I've ever sat on. So usually when I start reading, I read on that couch. Bookmark or random piece of paper? Well, so this is my bookmark box. It has a collection of bookmarks that I use when I'm reading, and I love using bookmarks. I love collecting bookmarks. Bookmarks are fantastic, so I'm gonna have to go with bookmarks undoubtedly. If I don't have access to any sort of bookmarks like these, then yeah, piece of paper. But when I can, bookmarks all the way. Question 3, can you just stop reading, or do you have to stop after a chapter / a certain number of pages? I hate stopping when I'm reading, like in the middle of a chapter or in the middle of a page. I can if I need to, but honestly I would rather just stop at the beginning of a new chapter. Question 4, do you eat or drink while reading? I drink usually water or tea. I can eat while I'm reading, but usually if I make food, then I forget that I made it while I'm reading the book. So if I do eat while I'm reading, it has to be like snacks that won't go bad. So like chips and salsa or grapes or pretzels or something. So not something that like needs to be hot and then gets cold, or something that should be cold and then gets hot. You know, I can't do anything like that because I'll usually forget it's there. So it has to be something that stays at a neutral temperature. Question 5, multitasking. Do you listen to music or watch TV while reading? Yeah, actually I do. I like background noise a lot. Usually I have something on the TV even if I'm not watching it. Question 6, one book at a time or multiple books at once? I can read multiple books at once, but I like not to. I'm one who would rather just read one book all the way and then start another one. Reading at home or everywhere? I read everywhere. Yeah, I definitely read everywhere. I'll read in like coffee shops or while I'm waiting for something. So I read everywhere. I definitely don't just read at home, especially because I listen to Audible. And if you guys have not checked out Audible yet, you definitely should. I have a link in the description below, and if you use that link, you get 30 days of Audible free, as well as credit, as well as your first book for free. So I have a link in the description below. If you guys have not yet checked out Audible, I highly recommend it. I love listening to it. I listen to it in the car and just whenever I'm traveling on the go. If you guys use the audibletrial.com/frumious link, you will get not only 30 days of Audible, not only 30 days, but a free book as well with your trial. Question 8, reading out loud or silently in your head? I read silently in my head. It's weird though, because I like when I read, it usually just appears as if I'm watching a movie on screen, and that's why I get so into books. So I don't hear like my voice reading it in my head. It's more like just this vague voice, and then I more see the book than I read it while I'm reading, if that makes sense. Question 9, do you read ahead or even skip pages? I will if it's a book that, if it's starting to drag in certain parts, and if it's a book that I feel like has a predictable enough plot, that I will kind of skim the books and skip ahead to get to a part that might seem better, or to get to the next chapter to start over. I try not to skip ahead, but I definitely will. It's a habit of mine. Question 10, breaking the spine or keeping it new? I'm so bad at this. I end up breaking the spines of my books. I try not to. Like with books I love, I don't break the spines. I'm really careful with them. But if it's a book I'm really into, or especially paperbacks, I'm really bad with paperbacks. I break the spine of almost every paperback I own, just because like while I'm reading, I mess with the pages and I'll like fold the book backwards and forwards, and I'm a fidgety reader, so I tend to like roll the pages, I break the spine, and it's really bad. Hardbacks not so much, because they're a lot harder to do that. I think I'm more aware of it, but paperbacks, they're just like they're definitely, most of my paperbacks are broken. Question 11, do you write in your books? I went through a phase where I wrote in my books, like in high school, and then I just dropped that because I felt like I was spending more time writing than I was actually paying attention to the books. So that was the reading habits book tag. This was actually a really fun tag to do. I like those tags that are easy where it's just literally you answer the questions and I don't have to get all of the books that I want to talk about like ready and in order because I feel like that takes more time than it should, and the tag, I feel like that takes more time than the tag is worth sometimes. And I once again tagged all the people I mentioned before, I also tag you guys if you guys are watching and you were not tagged in this video, or you feel like this is a tag you want to do for yourself, then I'm tagging you to do it, and also to leave it in the comments down below so I can watch it later because I'd love to see what your guys' responses are. If you guys have not subscribed to my channel, then you definitely should. I upload bookish videos twice a week as well as reaction videos whenever something cool comes out that I want to react to. Lots of Marvel stuff on here, lots of TV reactions, so definitely subscribe if you're interested in any of that. But for now, that's all I have for you guys today, so thank you guys so much for watching this video, and I will talk to you guys later. Okay.